Good morning, traders. John from Crypto Candlestick Trading. Just doing a quick update on Bitcoin and where we are today. So it looks like we've had a pretty good reversal down here, a false flag on the way down, and then all of a sudden, bang! This has been completely reversed, and now it's up to the 50 and broken past the 50. But we only have a weak volume candle, and we also have a pretty weak sort of candle breaking through there. Could this still work? Yes, it could. The chances of it working are significantly less than a typical breakout, simply because of the weakness in the volume and also the weakness in the candle. Let's just go back, and we won't take my word for it. We'll just go back and have a look and see what history has to say. Now, what I want to do is have a look at where the peak is, where the low is, the 50 moving down, and also then the breakout from the 50. What happened after that? So I did a little video on that the other day, but let's just go through where we are now today. And so if we're looking at this here, we've got the similar kind of a thing here, and we've got a breakthrough here. We've got a nice candle there with good volume as well, and we've broken through there. So do we have, like, this is a beautiful reversing candle here. This is a good reversal here as well. Do we have enough follow through in order to make this the run, or is this going to pull back and then we're going to be looking at the shorter term time frames for a reversal down here, resting at the 50 after the 8 breaks through? So far we can say, and we can assume that we've got good reversal. We're closing above the 9 now, engulfing closing above the 9, and we're closing above the 50. So we're not in safe, calm waters yet. This here still looks pretty scrappy. I don't like this breakout candle. If this was a really strong move in the right direction, this would be a full body candle. Everyone would be in it. No one would want to get out. And this volume here would have been, breaking, previous volume. It is good volume. It does beat the red, without, hands down, it does. And we can see here that, there's a lot more buying volume than what there is selling volume, since these lows have come in, which is basically saying something pretty good about the market. But let's carry on, and we'll just have a look at how it was when it broke above the 50. So here we've got a successful trade that did break above the 50, and that was pretty good. Having a look back a little bit further, here it broke below the 50, broke above, good result. Here, broke below the 50, broke above, good result. This is more like the scenario that we're looking at now, and this is quite similar to the scenario that we've got now, and this is almost the sort of thing that I'll be expecting from this sort of a scenario. So we do have pretty good volume on this breakout here. I'll just increase that a little bit more so we can see it a bit better. A little bit too much. So here we are with, the break above the 50. So we're getting engulfing, break above the 9 and the 50. We've got good volume, stochastics are oversold, coming out of oversold, which is excellent. So this here is, it's a very good setup for that. It is not a excellent candle to be buying into. And as we can see, the hesitation that happened after that. And then, we've got it resting on the 50 and then a closing above, engulfing the previous red candle. So even if you did miss this entry here, you could have been buying in on this entry here. Or unless if not there, you're breaking a new high with this candle here. But this is another problem that we've got in the scenario that we're at today. We're breaking through and the 200 is not far away. So what am I expecting from this? I'm actually expecting a bit of a pullback, say to the 50, and then a potential reversal, to carry on to the upside from there. It doesn't still have a chance to go to the downside. Absolutely, yeah. So this isn't the time to go and unload your account and buy as many things as you can. This is a time to go and find the best 1 or 2, maybe 3 at the most, cryptocurrencies that have the best breakouts, that are the most powerful, and then we go and have a look at buying those ones. So that one there, yep, it did work, but it had a fair bit of indecision after, straight after it, before the decision was made. But, was it a worthwhile trade? And, it went from there. So it went from 7,100 up to 10,000. So yeah, it was a worthwhile trade. Here, we've got another breakout here, coming down, breaking above, but have a look at how nice this candle is. It's a full body candle. You can't mistake that. And, you wouldn't, if this, fronted me, I'd be going, there's no negotiation, no hesitation, bang, in. And here, it's coming from lows here and engulfing, closing above the 9, another engulfing, closing above the 9, now we're above the 50. So, we've got some pretty good things here, candlestick-wise, that are saying that, this would have been a good entry if we're, looking at taking that. Of course, the better entries to take ones where we're above all the major moving averages like this one here, even though this one failed. But this is the sort of result that I'm after, which is more powerful again than these ones here when they break just above the 50. Let's go and have a look and see if we can find any more examples. So here's, yep, okay, here we go. We've got another one here. So we've broken down below the 50 and we've got, a nice, closing, but look at the volume. The volume is very weak on this one here. We can see the result of what happened after that. Here we go. We've got another break above the 50. We've got excellent volume here. Not a full body candle, but pretty close. And then have a look at what happened after that. We sideways consolidated for quite some time. And then we broke out to highs, that was an awesome trade to be getting in on if you were to be buying at these lows down here. So, hopefully you can kind of make your mind up as to what you want to do, how you want to play this market, with the 50 below the 200. And, here we are again. We've got a very similar kind of a thing here, just above average volume. That's looking pretty good. Actually, this scenario looks quite similar to ours. We've got this. This is like the headboard, and then there's a flat bed, and then there's a footboard, and so basically all this indecision down here, we've got a sell-off, big indecision, and then big buying, which has completely dominated the previous selling. So, and then that's what started the uptrend. And so we've got to close above the 90 MA. So we've got a very similar situation to this happen now. And we've got this is a better closing candle than the previous one. And have a look what happened. It didn't take long until we found rejection at the 200, and then the downtrend resumed. So even if we do get something like this, and we do buy, keep your eye out for potential reversals at the 200. And even if we do come down below the 200 again, we'll have a look for that tuck back out, into the 50, and then shorting these opportunities that are going to be coming down. That's if they do that. Let's just play the market for what it is, what the market wants us to do, and the market will tell us if it wants us to be in the market or if it wants us to be out of the market. So but basically the candlesticks will tell us, give us all the answers we need. So let's just move along. It took me a while to get there, but anyway, I hope that gives you some sort of an idea as to what we should possibly be doing in a situation like this. Looking at this again after we've just been through that, we can see that it's a pretty weak, scrappy looking candle. It's only okay. It's not, yes, it's a breakout. The volume's minimal. I want above average volume. We do have good volume accumulation. I can see that, and that's a good thing. That's definitely a bonus. And there's a lot of money that's come back into the markets in these prices here. But is this really a good buy for us? It's okay. It's okay. That's about it. I don't hold. Just looking back at what we just had a look at then, this looks like it could possibly muck around, for a little bit, and then have another go, and then maybe get up to the 50,000 mark or something like that. If at the 50,000 mark we see rejection and resume this downtrend, I'd be expecting much lower prices, and I'll definitely be going short and doing videos on that if we do close below the 50 and start heading down from there. Anyway, there's 8 minutes on Bitcoin. Let's go through a few of the other leaders. Not even at the 50 yet. Looking pretty good though. Declining volume on the way up too on Ethereum, which is Ethereum's number 2. Here we go, DOT. So on DOT we've just got, I can see something here, and here's all my drawings come back. So we got resistance, and support, and now we come up to resistance, and we got a downtrending line there too. If we see rejection here, I'm going to want a short DOT for sure. That to me, and have a look at this here. That left shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So the right shoulder just doesn't really look fully complete yet to me. If we see ridiculously low prices, that would not surprise me. This is why it's important to go through the charts, go through the market, to see, okay, Bitcoin's looking pretty good, but it's looking pretty weak on the breakout. Now, if we have a look at these other leaders, they're looking good, but they're not excellent. We could easily see a rejection here at the 50, and then, in a continuation of the downtrend. We could easily see that. Let's have a look here. So the same again. Oh, I don't know how my target's going over here. So we've got a downtrend here. Are we going to go up? Who knows? Maybe we might go up and hit the 50 and then come down and reach targets. So I don't know, but I just kind of drew this line here. Is it, I do muck around with this sort of stuff regularly, but I don't usually show it. But we can see there's a longer term trend that's going up here. We have hit the longer term trend. I'll just shrink that up a little bit so you can see it a bit better. So with Avalanche, it's done some excellent things, but we've got 2 highs there that we can match up to, and we've also got 2 lows. So now we're in the middle of the high and the low. So which way are we going to go? Are we going to come down and hit their lows again and then take off to the highs? Who knows? Nobody knows. But if we just read and try to interpret what the charts are trying to tell us continuously, then we should do okay. And so here, what's the chart trying to tell us? It's going up to a resistance line, and it's got the downtrending line. Have a look at how it failed last time. Beautiful. Like that's a beautiful shooting star, and there, and there's a tweezer top as well, and then it is engulfing down, and another engulfing straight down there. And then over here, like it's rejection there, shooting star, and then up here another attempt, shooting star down. What can we expect here? Who knows? We might get the same thing. So we've only got 83. There's 83, and if this goes up to the top, there's 95, say $96, and it's going to be coming down each day. So 95, and then probably down $1 a day. So this might go sideways a little bit, have a bit of a pop, and then resume its downtrend. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, it doesn't really look fantastic. It just looks okay. This one here. Oh, now see, I don't mind this because if we're looking at something like this, we've got a nice push up and then a pull back, and now we've got an engulfing, which isn't really a very strong engulfing, but we've got an engulfing that's broken resistance and broken the 50 as well. So this setup looks good. I do like it. The volume that's come in here, it's all looking really good. If there was a second chance to get an entry in here, it's this one here. So Tesla's looking pretty good. No guarantees on that one though. There's no guarantees with anything on these, especially I want a full body breakout with Bitcoin, and we don't have it. So here, where's our first target? So we're going to decline in volume on the way up, which isn't very good for Sol. Let's have a look over here. Link. I'll just get rid of some of those drawings. And so here, yep, okay, we're going down. So oh yeah, this is looking quite good. We're making higher highs and high. Oh, actually. Like the candles are making higher highs, higher lows, but on weaker volume. I don't know how some people say that volume doesn't mean anything. To me, I wouldn't trade without volume. And looking at this over here, I'll just get rid of some of those lines because they're all over the shop. Here, touch the 50, rejected. And so it'll be interesting to see. So this is what I would be looking for in a situation like this. Today, if we open up here and then we trade up, and then all of a sudden it touches the 50, and then it trades down, I'll have a short position open, or like for just in case, if this was to come back and start selling off and turn into a red candle. The minute it turns into a red candle, I'd rather be short on something like this. I can see that we've got a decline in volume on the rise here, and then we've got a nice big pop there, which is really good. But have a look at the volume, like it's just not super strong. Where stochastics coming out of oversold. We'll have to wait and see, in a situation like this. This doesn't look very good for the uptrend on Manic, to be honest, even though we do have a strong candle. So I got into this one here, the other day. I got into FTM and also this one here. So I think it was, so here, at this stage here, I'll just see where I got in. And this was down on the 4-hour chart. There goes my drawings. So my entry on the 4-hour chart, yeah, okay, let's... I'll just cancel that. I'll just go to the 4-hour chart so I can show you exactly where my entry was and why I bought it. And so we've come up and we've just popped above the 200 and rejected below the 200. Then we've got a beautiful engulfing pattern off the 50, another engulfing pattern above the 9, and then indecision, decision made, and we've gone up and then we've pulled back. So we've broken. So we've got resistance here, broke through resistance, pulled back, found support at resistance, and then so anyway, I ended up buying in right there at 288. So it's 287, so just a fraction higher than that. So just above this, above that high there. That's where I bought, and it's only a small position, but I just kind of, I saw that and I thought, oh yeah, I'll have a go. But anyway, so that's Mana. Mana actually looks pretty good because we've broken this downtrending line, broken the 50, and we're up above there now. Volume, I'm just, like it's we do see an increase in volume. We'll have to wait and see. One thing I don't like is when we've come up here and now we've got a perfect looking doji. Now, I don't like dojis, especially after we've had a breakout. A doji means reversal to me in most cases. Or doji at the top means reversal in most cases to me. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice closing above the 9 there. We're on the daily chart again. Yep. So, this actually looks pretty good, but, what sort of target? Here we go. I just found something here. So let's just have a look over here. Like, why is it hesitating in this area? And I can just see why now. I'll just increase that line so we can see that a little bit better. Let's do that to a 4. So here we go. We've got resistance, broke through resistance, found support on there. Not quite. Smashed through support. Now we're broken through again. Found support on there. Over. Like this is pretty scrappy, as you can see. Now we've got resistance at the same area. So we've got, a few areas there that big decisions financially have been made in this area. And but we are being squeezed into a little bit of a corner here because we're in an uptrend line that we want to follow, and we've got a resistance area that we want to follow. So very soon in this corner here, we're either going to break out with confidence or we're going to break down with weakness. But we can see the stochastics come out of oversold. We do have good volume here, and it is an increase in buying volume. A little bit above average for the last two, but they've been weak candles. What I want to see strong candles with strong volume on the breakout. Weakness is a clear indication of how the trend is usually going to turn out. If you see weakness on the breakout, you usually get a weak kind of a trend. If you see strength in the breakout, you usually find there's a good strong trend. Here we go. Yeah. So here we're just at the 50. So yep, it looks okay. That's about it. Here at the 50, I would have liked to see a nice breakout above the 50. Yeah, like, and another thing we need to consider as well is that usually the first attempt that breaks above the 50 in history tends to fail, and then the second attempt tends to do a lot better. This one here resting at the 50, at the 50 again, halfway between the 200 and the 50, declining volume on the rise. Not quite at the 50 yet. It's a good candle, but so I can see, just having looked through this, there is some strength trying to come back into the market. Do we have a real significant strong breakout? Nope. Is it worth getting into one or two trades? Yeah, it probably is. So will I be? Yes, I will. I'll go through a few of these trades and I'll have a look for some that kind of make sense to me, and I'll be trading those ones. But I'm definitely not in a major rush. This is not excellent. This is just good. So. And, and really, when we make money, it has to be excellent. Like these breakouts, I want good quality. The higher the quality is of your breakouts, the more successful the trade's going to be. 9 times out of 10. Here we go, resistance, resistance, resistance. Not quite there at resistance. We've got the 50 as well. So we've got, downtrending line and the 50. We're not quite there yet. Volume's good, but do we have enough to get through this? And we've got, support, and we're at resistance now. So there's still a lot of stuff to get through here. And as you can see, Bitcoin seems to have done it, but the rest of them seem to be lagging a little bit. Downtrending line at the 50. Below average volume on the rise. It's good, but it's just not excellent. Yeah, oh yeah, this is quite good. It's quite good. Yeah, like quite a different one, this one here, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. We are above the major moving averages. I would like to see a fuller body closing candle than that. Could this work? Absolutely, it could work. We can see these ones down here. They work quite well. Is this going to work on the first breakout of the 50? Don't know. Stochastics are oversold. We've got excellent volume here that's come in the last 2 days. Why are we selling off now? Probably because Bitcoin is down below all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Nope. Down below the 50. Here we've, it's a kind of a dismal attempt to try to get to the 50 at the 50. So, yep. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't mind this one either. So it's come down here. Like this is a bit of a random one that it was mentioned to me yesterday. So yeah, it's gone up and now it's resting at support. And I'd like to see an engulfing, beating this previous candle here for an entry on this one here. But we can see that we've got volume increasing. I don't like the stochastics are overbought and heading down, but and there is reversal there. But one good thing about it is we've got a lot of support, here. And we've got a lot of money that's come into this market here. So all this money that's come in here knows about this support and, probably won't want to let it down and, head down. But we'll have to wait and see. There was a lot of selling that happened here. There's the biggest volume of the rally. So, is that enough of a rally? Let's have a look. It's gone from 2.2 cents. Now it's at 7.3. So, that's a very big rise. We'll have to wait and see. One last look at Bitcoin before we go. Let's just have a look at that. So here it's gone up. Yeah, it's just a scrappy. It's just okay. Like I could it work? Yes, it could work. What the chances of it, having a bit of a sideways movement, a bit of a pullback straight afterwards, are quite high. It wouldn't surprise me if it pushes up a little bit and then it, pulls back. If we fail at this here, fail at the 50, which is very possible, I'll definitely be looking for shorting opportunities after that. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, traders, I hope you have a good day. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, let me know. If you would like any other information, yep, just get in touch. Okay, talk to you again soon. See you.